watching MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Kerrville, Texas. The area matchup between your Medina Valley Panthers and the Leander Glen Grizzlies, a one-game series here this evening at Kerrville. And Jeff, what a beautiful Friday evening.
Beautiful, breezy Friday evening.
And to mention the breeze, Jeff, it is going to be a factor tonight. This evening, the breeze is blowing in from left center field straight into the eyes of the batter, so anything hit in the air has got to be hit pretty well to go out of the ball field this evening.
I would expect, this actually favors the Panthers. From what I understand so far, Maury, on this team from Leander Glen, they're a strong hitting team. And what we see here is you take a team like Leander Glen, who has scored several runs against a very good, normally Dripping Springs team last weekend, who they eliminated 2-3. They scored a lot of runs in those 3 games, Maury, and Panthers are going to – this win, like I was saying, favors Medina Valley because it's going to keep their bats in check. If Tristan Miller can be on, and if she can keep her changeup down in the zone and induce some off-balance pop flies and some off-balance fly balls, and to keep these bats of Leander Glen off balance, the win will be a factor, and it will help Medina Valley.
And I was going to ask Jess for keys of the game, and that was pretty much all keys of the game in a nutshell right there.
This is keys of the game in a nutshell.
Well, I know, but you had mentioned, the run scoring 14, 10, and 6 respectively against Dripping Springs. So, that's quite a few runs in a 3-game series. So Medina Valley, Tristan Miller's going to have her work cut out for her this evening, Jeff, but it's nothing that we ain't seen Tristan Miller overcome all year.
No, and early on, she's going to have to pick her battles. I missed last week's series, but from what I had seen in the second half, the first 4 games of the second half of district, Tristan Miller was as good as we've seen her. Later on in the district campaign, we noticed a lot of times, Maury, where she was leaving the ball out over the plate with when she's ahead in the count. She is not going to be able to do that tonight and get away with it. She's going to have to pick her spots. She's going to have to pick the corners. She's going to have to keep Leander Glen off balance, and they're going to have to play strong defense behind her.
Well, but the Panthers in the previous matchup between Highlands have put some runs on the board themselves. So not saying that it was a Dripping Springs they put them against, but you play who you are dealt with, and they were the number 2 team in the district in that race coming in, and Medina Valley, outscored them quite a bit. So, it's going to be a challenge here, Jeff. I want to go over the starting lineups. Coach Puntella filled out her lineup card as follows. Leading off and playing third base, Madison Guerrero. Batting second and playing left field, Aliana Salazar. Batting third and playing second base, Gabby Cancino. Batting fourth and the extra hitter this evening, Kaylee Upton. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Katie Burris. Batting sixth and doing the duties behind the plate, once again, Hayden Renslow. Batting seventh and inside the circle for the Panthers, Trista Miller. Batting eighth and playing first base, Mackenzie Kennedy. Batting ninth, your designated player and center fielder, Elena Gonzalez. And in the 10th spot, your flex player, Aubrey Dominguez. She will be playing right field tonight for your Medina Valley Panthers. For the home team, Leander Glen Grizzlies, Coach Marissa Guzman filled up her lineup card as follows. Leading off, the center fielder, Tasia Tate. Batting second, the right fielder, Natalie Hoffman. Batting third, the left fielder, Kayana Chavez. Batting fourth, the pitcher, Riley Harris. Batting fifth, the catcher, Dakota Farmer. Batting sixth, your designated player, Caitlin Bolter. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, Paige Shuck. Batting eighth and playing third base, Peyton Gilmore. Batting ninth and playing first base, see what I wrote down there. Got it spelled wrong here. Caitlin Truelove. And in the flex position, Taylor Crosby.
Oh, somebody using a flex.
Yes.
We hadn't seen that much against us, although we use it against people.
We use it all the time. So, And Jeff, we got a 3-headed umpiring crew as we do. They're
playoffs.
having the grounds thing. There is no 15-run rule. That is eliminated once you get into playoffs. 10-run rule is into effect after 4.5, 5, depending on who's winning and what it is in the 5th inning. But the game has to go 5 innings to be complete. We are in no way possible going to get rained out or get lightning out this evening on this beautiful sunshiny day in the hill country.
Well, that's going to be nice.
And Jeff, with that said, I believe we're going to have the starting lineups and the national anthem. Let's take a commercial break, and we'll be back for the first pitch. Panther softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet, will continue in just a moment.
Does your Chevrolet dealership provide a level of service recognized by the GM Mark of Excellence? Or provide no-hassle posted pricing on every new and used vehicle? North Park Chevrolet does. And that's why they're the Chevrolet Dealer of the Year for 2020 in the Chevrolet South Central region. One of only 2% in the nation to receive this award. North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right! Swiping now!
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
The pace of business is faster than ever. That's why when you need a business loan, you want a bank that can act fast. Not only do you get great rates and fast answers, you get the financial advice you need to keep your business growing. It's a better way to borrow. Stop by and let's talk. Come home to Castroville State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at castrovillestatebank.com.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates, and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. Area playoff round between your Medina Valley Panthers and the Leander Glen Grizzlies. A one-game series here in Kerrville. Riley Harris will be inside the circle for the Grizzlies. Her battery mate behind the plate, Dakota Farmer. True Love at first, Crosby at second, Shuck at short, Gilmore at third. Chavez in left, Tate in center, and Hoffman in right. For the Panthers, middle three in the lineup. Top three, Guerrero, Salazar, Cancino. Middle three, Upton, Burris, Renslow. Bottom three, Miller, Kennedy, and Gonzalez. And Jeff, we know how the story goes here. Medina Valley, every game they have scored first, they have went on to win. So it would be really nice to jump on top right here in the top of the first and get some runs for Tristan Miller inside the circle.
It's going to be important, number one, for the top of your order to be on base, and then for the bottom of the order to also cause havoc. You can't have either or in this game. You got to have both of them playing.
You got to have all nine.
You got to execute too. If you're asked to sacrifice bunt, you got to sacrifice bunt.
Absolutely.
Well,
so Madison Guerrero, the third baseman, leads off here for the Panthers, waiting for the first pitch from Riley Harris. As we mentioned, Dakota Farmer back behind the plate. First pitch to Guerrero is outside, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Just a gorgeous day here in the Hill Country, Jeff. Beautiful Friday
nice
afternoon.
Breeze, probably low 80s.
Not much humidity in the air. The 1-0 pitch.
The rain,
that's outside.
The rain really did this field.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Look at the grass.
It almost looks artificial turf out there.
It really does. It's smooth. It's clean cut. The only blemishes are out in the fence.
Yep. The 2-0 pitch. Guerrero taking all the way, waiting for that first strike, and there it was, 2-1.
And that was a good pitch not to swing at, even when you're ahead in the count 2-0, because she couldn't get extended on that pitch. 2-0, 3-1, you're looking for something you can extend on.
Playing a couple of steps in at the corners. The 2-1 pitch. Setting up, Jeff, you think they haven't scouted Medina Valley. Where have all of those pitches went?
Yeah, but that's pretty typical. You know, she went in and now she went back out. So,
but the first 3 out of the 4 have been on the outside part of the plate.
Absolutely.
Evens it counted 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Actually, Maury, if they've scouted us, they've seen Guerrero hit the ball to the right side. So.
Ooh, that backs her off.
Yeah, she tried to come back inside. See, she's working inside out on these batters, which is pretty, that's a lot more normal than what we saw against Southwest Legacy when it was outside. There was no inside.
So Guerrero's fought it to a full count pitch, payoff pitch. That's a strike called on the outside corner. Guerrero on her way to first base thought it was a walk, but an outside strike called. That's going to bring up Aliana Salazar, the left fielder for the Panthers. And, Jeff, you kind of wanted to see Guerrero get on because this is one of your best bunters in the lineup. And that's probably why she's in the number 2 spot here. Mm-hmm. Slightly open stance for Salazar.
She's still probably going to be bunting, so.
Takes the first pitch for a strike. No balls in 1 strike. Harris, the 0-1 pitch. Strike called right across the letters. I thought that could have been a little high, but it was right across Salazar's name there in the front of the jersey. So no balls and 2 strikes. Aliana down in the count. Harris the pitch on the way outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Well, that's what we talk about with Tristan Miller. When you're up 0-2, you don't want to throw anything close. You want to get them to try to chase something out of the zone, and a good job by Gonzalez there not chasing.
You want to change the eye level on it too.
Mm-hmm.
The 1-2 pitch from Harris. Good hold up there by Salazar. Chased off that low pitch. Evens the count now at 2-2 with 1 out. The 2-2 pitch. That's outside, full count. So Harris has taken both batters she's faced now to full count. See if Salazar can battle back from an 0-2 start here. The payoff pitch is on its way. That's foul back into the screen. trying to tell Jeff about the velocity. Who Harris is. I mean, who does she remind you
like
of?
Floresville.
Like the Floresville. I was thinking the Floresville pitcher.
It's not fastest pitcher that we've seen. So, but you really haven't seen a lot of this. So, it's important to speed the bat up early in the game because she hadn't shown yet a changeup.
Payoff pitch.
You want to sit there and you want to look for the fastball on every pitch until she shows you something different.
Salazar fouls off the full count pitch once again.
As I watched her warming up over here, all I saw was a curved ball and a fastball and probably a rise ball.
So Harris delivers. Ground ball to the second baseman. Second baseman Crosby in time for the out. Good job by Crosby charging that ball. A lot of spin on that ball off the bat of Salazar. But 4-3, we're scoring at home for out number 2. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Gabby Cancino. Got some
base runners are always important, even with 2 outs. So, got to get some
stats
body
here.
on base.
Jeff, Gabby's second or third in hitting with a 364. Second in hitting, 364.
I'm going to try to pull up their stats too, Maury.
Gabby takes the first pitch for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. There's 2 outs as the Panthers bat here in the top of the first. Leander Glen Grizzlies are the home team. The 1-0 pitch, and that's inside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kaylee Upton waits on deck should Gabby Cancino keep the first inning alive here for Medina Valley. Counts 1 ball and 1 strike.
There was the changeup.
That was the first changeup, and that was low in the dirt.
Good hold.
Good block by Farmer back behind the plate. Harris with the 2-1 pitch. Gabby takes it for a strike. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Looks like, can't really tell from our angle, Maury, but it looks like he's given pretty good distance.
It's a big plate.
And,
big plate so far.
Hopefully Tristan Miller is paying attention. You want to see what that strike zone is early.
The 2-2 pitch. That's way outside. Full count. She's taking the count full to all 3 batters so far. But it's gotten out of it with a strikeout and a ground out. So Harris looking in at Cancino, see which one will blink first on this full count pitch. And the pitch is on its way. Outside. And I had to wait a little bit, Jeff, because that was borderline once again.
It was close, and and right now what we're seeing is a little bit of inconsistency with the outside pitch and what they're going to be calling. So
the extra hitter, Kaylee Upton, steps to the plate now for Medina Valley. Gabby Cancino with a 2-out walk at first.
Upton's hitting .267 on the season, but I think she's done really well in latter part.
Yes,
she's been one of the hotter hitters.
Kaylee takes that first pitch for a strike right inside on the hands. No balls and 1 strike. Runner at first with 2 outs. Top of the first. The 0-1 pitch. That's a strike called over the outside part of the plate, and Harris is working all over the plate, inside, outside, moving the ball around very well here in the first inning. The 0-2 pitch, that's way outside. Oh, my Lord.
See, that's what I mean. He's been pretty inconsistent so far.
Not only was that outside, it was high. Wow. For the Panthers, no runs, no hits, 1 left on base. We're scoreless through half an inning. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Panthers softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. We head to the bottom of the first. Panthers got a runner on base with a 2-out walk, but then left Cancino on first.
Mario, I got some stats here for you
okay.
on Leander Glenn, and of course these are unofficial Max Prep stats. But the leadoff batter,
Tasia
Tate is hitting .506 and leading the team. She's got 2 doubles and 1 triple, so she doesn't really hit for power. I bet she's a slapper. Then we've got Kay Chavez is hitting .469.
And she is in the 3-hole.
Farmer is hitting .440.
Farmer's the catcher. She's in the 5 spot. So they're alternating 1, 3, 5.
Yep. So as they come up, I'll try to help you out. But she is a left-handed bat, and I bet she's a slapper.
Is a lefty. Panthers saw quite a few of those in the Highland Series. Left-handed batters. Tate squares around a bunt, pulls it back, outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes.
So you can tell just by looking at her stats that she's there to get a base hit and to get a runner on base. She's probably a little pretty fast. She's looking to bunt. She's looking to slap, and we haven't seen a lot of slappers.
Bunts through that pitch for a strike. Guerrero charging hard in from third base. 1 ball and 1 strike. Tasia Tate, the center fielder, leads off here for the Grizzlies. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And you know, Maury, we've talked about this a little bit this year in the past about how it would be nice to have somebody like this to be a slapper, to put the ball in play, to try to beat out throws, try to set the table.
Wow, that was a pitch Steve was calling a strike in the first inning, that outside pitch.
Yeah, but it was the other corner.
Yeah, but it's still. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
That's what you got to see. You got to determine what he's going to give you.
The 2-2 pitch to Tate, swing and a miss. Miller with the strikeout for the first out of the ball game in the bottom of the inning. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Natalie Hoffman, another lefty in the lineup.
Hoffman is also .468, and she as well does not have a lot of home runs. She has 6 doubles.
Takes the first pitch. There we go.
Now, if you're going to get that call, live there.
Absolutely. Strike called. No balls in 1 strike. 1 out, scoreless here in the bottom of the first. Miller with the pitch, high. Miller in the circle, Renslow behind the plate. Kennedy at first, Cancino at second, Burris at short, Guerrero at third, Salazar in left, Gonzalez in center, and Dominguez in right. The 1-1 pitch. It's a ground ball foul.
Good
1
job.
ball and 2 strikes.
One thing Trista's done with the first 2 batters is she's changing speeds. And we talked about that's something she needed to do to kind of keep them off balance.
So Hoffman down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Guerrero in a little bit at first. Kennedy kind of even at first. That's a strike call. That's a backwards K. That's back-to-back Ks for Miller to start off the ball game. That's Trista at her finest. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Kiana Chavez. Another lefty in the lineup, Jeff. They are left-handed laden here.
Yeah, and what was this one's name? Chavez? So
Kiana Chavez.
She's hitting .469. She's got a little bit more pop in her bat. 3 home runs, 8 doubles.
First pitch is a strike call. So he's working at some big strike zone. Yes, sir.
Oh, he did. That was.
And, Jeff, we said we don't mind if it's a 2-way street.
That's right. And that was way out there. So if you're Trista Miller, take a page out of Legacy's playbook.
Absolutely. The 0-1 pitch from Miller. Just off the plate. But why not? Went
Why
back
not?
there again. Evens the count at 1-1, 1 ball and 1 strike, 2 outs. Chavez, the left-handed batter, at the plate. 3 lefties to start the ball game. And that ball is lifted in the infield, and it is going to drop foul right in foul ball territory.
Oh, my. There's a baby right where that
and
ball
somebody
almost
should
hit.
have wrapped that up and not even let it get that close.
Yeah, that was way too close. But 2 strikes.
But 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Chavez. Miller with 2 strikeouts already to start the ball game. Looking for the hat trick here in the first. The 1-2 pitch. That's high, 2-2.
One with the rise ball. Try to change the eye angle. You're ahead in the count. One thing she did, Maury, she kept it off the plate.
Yes, she did. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Scoreless here in the bottom of the first. Trista with the 2-2 pitch. That's high, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Should Chavez get on here, Trista will see the first right-hander in the lineup, and the pitcher, Riley Harris. So the full count pitch coming to Chavez. And the pitch is on its way, and that's high.
That's 3 in a row that were high, Maury. So something happened there. Miller lost a little something somewhere, but all 3 of those pitches were high.
Yeah, she was ahead in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah.
That's going to bring up the cleanup hitter and your pitcher for the Grizzlies, Riley Harris. Same situation as the Panthers. The Panthers had a 2-out walk, but was stranded at first. Let's see if Trista can reduplicate that here.
This lady's name is
Riley Harris.
Riley Harris is batting .433, 12 doubles, 2 triples, and a stolen base.
Stolen base.
There was
Strike
no
on the pitch.
hesitation. Yep, no hesitation there.
As soon as Trista let that go and it crossed home plate, the runner was off. And she got down there in a hurry.
And that is the scouting report we got on them, is that they hit the ball and they are aggressive and they are a good hitting team.
Well, and Renzo got rid of that ball quick, and it was still a little late. The 0-1 pitch, ground ball to short. Burris fields it to throw over to Kennedy in time for the putout. 6-3 for out number 3 for the Grizzlies. No runs, no hits, 1 left on base. We go to the second scoreless. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
The folks from Shot and Bowl at Decock Farm invite you out this weekend to enjoy Belgian sausage on a bun, fresh cut fries with their homemade andalou sauce, or a Belgian waffle with strawberries, whipped cream, and Belgian chocolate drizzle. They've got lawn games and a pretty cool playground to keep you and the kids entertained. Open Thursday through Saturday, 5 to 11 p.m. Check out shotandbull.com or their Facebook page to see upcoming live music and public events. If you're looking to host an event of your own, consider Shotzi's Barn and Barnyard. It's got some good old-fashioned rustic charm with lots of fresh air. They'd be honored to celebrate life's best moments with you at Shot and Bowl at Decock Farm.
Valley Mart is always right around the corner. Fuel yourself and your vehicle with quality branded gas and diesel, snacks, and fountain drinks. Always convenient, well lit with clean restrooms. Valley Mart, family owned and operated since 1984, and a proud supporter of Medina Valley athletics and area youth sports for over 30 years.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. Scoreless through 1. Panthers will send to the plate 5, 6, 7, Burris, Renslow, and Miller. Both pitchers with 2 strikeouts in the first inning and a ground out. Stranded a runner, Medina Valley stranded a runner at second. And the Grizzlies stranded Medina Valley's runner at first. So Burris leads off here in the second. Burris and then Renslow.
313 hitter. Almost 500 on base average.
Slightly open stance. Burris takes the first pitch from Harris over for a strike. No balls and 1 strike.
And, of course, we have said before, Katie is going to continue her career at Angelo State next year in San Angelo.
The 0-1 pitch, way outside and high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Area matchup here. Second round of the playoffs. Harris with the 1-1 pitch. That's slow and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Dakota Farmer tried to bring that back into the strike zone. Tried to frame it up, but it was just off the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike. Burris waits, and that's a strike on the inside part of the plate, right under the hands for strike 2. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss.
And you almost got to anticipate that now. You got to get up on top of the plate and anticipate that with 2 strikes you're going to get a pitch off the plate.
It's going to bring up the catcher, Hayden Renslow. Renslow has some really quality at bats here of recent, Jeff.
And that should be a something that I'm sure Coach, the hitting coach, whoever the hitting coach is in the Panther dugout, should be telling these players right away. If they see them giving that much on the corners, they got to let them know that, hey, once you get 2 strikes, you got to belly up to that plate and make sure you can cover it.
Strike called. No balls and 1 strike. Harris gathers herself behind the mound, now back in. The 0-1 pitch to Renslow. Is a strike called. No balls and 2 strikes. And yeah, Jeff, you have to crowd the plate. That's the only way you're going to reach that pitch that's on the outer part of the plate.
If that's catching any part of the plate, it's that front corner as it comes across.
And
because it ain't catching much of it.
And you just see Renslow stepping up even on the line there.
Yeah, she needs to get up closer to the plate.
Pitch is low.
Not necessarily closer in the to the pitcher,
closer
to the plate.
To the stripe by the plate. Not the stripe up in front of the batter's box.
See, and she's still 3-4 inches
she can't reach that outside pitch. The 1-2 pitch, and there it is. Fouled off.
You know what?
Got a little bit of it.
That was right down the middle.
Yeah, that was a mistake by Harris.
That was a mistake, and she got away with it. And you got to be prepared to hit the mistakes.
And she was on top of it. Just could not put it in play. Counts 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Renslow. There's 1 out here in the top of the second. We're scoreless. Harris delivers way high, 2-2. But when Harris does miss, Jeff, it's high. It's out of the strike zone.
It's the same concept, Maury. She's trying to change the eye angle. Get him to look up high. She's probably going to come back outside now.
The 2-2 pitch.
Nope, she came back
inside. Fooled us.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For out number 2.
Mark of a good pitcher. I mean, she's corrected me because I'm the one that said you need to get up on top of the plate. And she said, you know what? If you get up on top of the plate, I'm coming back inside.
Bust you inside under the hands.
That's a sign of a good pitcher.
Pitcher versus pitcher matchup now as Trista Miller steps in. 2 outs in the second. Harris delivers. Pitch is a strike. No balls and 1 strike.
There's that pitch that catches the front corner because it is way outside. But he's been consistently calling to the strike.
The 0-1 pitch. That's foul back into the screen. No balls and 2 strikes. So Harris ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Miller at the plate digging in the 0-2 pitch. Swinging this foul ball right at the catcher's feet. Count will hold. No balls and 2 strikes. Four strikeouts out of the 5 outs so far registered by Harris here. Trista digs in, awaits the 0-2 pitch. It's on its way. That's outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And Jeff, you can kind of tell they're cheating towards the right field.
Oh yeah, Center fielder's playing way over in right center.
The left fielder's playing right behind the shortstop. 2 balls and 2 strikes now as that pitch misses high and outside. They are not anticipating the Panthers to pull this ball.
As I look at the infielders, I mean, they put 1 ball in play. Second baseman made a good play, but I'd like to see what these left side fielders can do. You know, maybe the second time through you try to start bunting a few times.
The 0-2 pitch is fouled off.
And I'm noticing little things like the first baseman, she's a tall, tall-looking player. She kind of reminds me of Emily Friesenhahn from last year's team. But she's tall, but look at her glove. She's playing with looks like a 12-inch regular fielder's glove. That tells me.
Strike called as Harris strikes out the side. Panthers go down in order in the second. No runs, no hits. Nobody left on base through 1.5. We're scoreless. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Does your Chevrolet dealership provide a level of service recognized by the GM Mark of Excellence? Or provide no-hassle posted pricing on every new and used vehicle? North Park Chevrolet does. And that's why they're the Chevrolet Dealer of the Year for 2020 in the Chevrolet South Central region. One of only 2% in the nation to receive this award. North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. We head to the bottom of the second. 5, 6, 7 in the order for the Grizzlies. Former, Belter, and
Shucks.
Farmer, the catcher, will lead off here for the Grizzlies in the second. We're scoreless.
All right, so we got Farmer. She's a sophomore. She's batting .440 on the year. Let's see, 33 hits, 43 RBIs, 6 doubles, 3 triples, and 12 tanks.
That's why she's in the 5-hole.
Well, that's why she's right there.
That's your RBI maker right there.
Right there, yes.
First pitch taken low, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. That ball is hit down the third base line, but foul.
You can definitely see she's got a quick bat.
Farmer fouls it off, 1-1. And Jeff, if any batter hits one out to left field this evening,
well,
they have
actually,
earned
Maury,
it.
The wind is now blowing in from right field. It's blowing in the batter's face from the right side. So it is possible to get a ball out to left field.
And Jeff, that was in on the hands,
inside.
and that's been a strike all day long.
It was pretty tight.
But it's a ball call, 2 balls and 1
Let's see
strike.
what the changeup away looks like now. We're getting 4 from the catcher.
And it's on its way.
Ooh,
and it's
that was pretty tight too. But
wow, just high, 3 balls and 1 strike.
Oh, he didn't call the first one a strike.
Yeah, the first one was a strike, but the next 2 weren't.
Maury,
they were close.
She fouled one off.
Yeah, that's a strike, the only strike.
That's why I said. So the first pitch wasn't a strike.
No.
Okay.
No. So a leadoff walk. That's a second walk issued by Miller. That will bring up the designated player, Caitlin Belter. She's playing right field for the Grizzlies this evening. Miller, first pitch, and that's a square around the bunt, and it's bunted foul. No balls and 1 strike.
And let's see, what's the story on this one? She is, did you say?
This is Caitlin Belter.
Belter, a junior, 354 average, 6 RBIs, 2 home runs, no doubles, no triples.
Contact hitter. Squares around and bunts, pulls it back, and that's a strike call. No balls and 2 strikes. Let's see if Coach Guzman has enough confidence to have Belter try to put down a 2-strike bunt here. And you're going to let her swing away.
Nice.
Changeup caught her off the front foot for the strikeout. for out number 1. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Paige Shuck. Squares around, takes it for a strike. Strike 1, no balls and 1 strike to Shuck.
This is a senior, 284 average, 7 doubles, 1 triple.
Ground ball, sacrifice. Miller.
Okay, that's all you got to do.
Miller gets it 1-3 for the putout for
Good
out
job.
number 2.
You know that she did her job. She came in, she bunted, got the runner to second base, and now now they're counting on, who is this now, Maury?
Peyton Gilmore, the third baseman, up at the plate.
Peyton Gilmore.
As Dakota Farmer moves to second base.
She is a sophomore, and she is hitting .254, so she has the lowest lineup out of the starters. 4 doubles, 1 single.
First pitch is high, ball 1 ball and no strikes.
And if you're in this situation here, Maury, if you're Tristan Miller, you go right at this batter because we are at the bottom of their order, and you'd love to have the next inning lead off with the 9-hole.
The 0-1 pitch to Gilmore's a strike call, 1 ball and 1 strike. Farmer stands at second, reached on a walk and then was sacrificed over with 1 out, now second with 2 outs. The Grizzlies back-to-back innings have runners in scoring position at second base. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Snap throw down to Burris is short just to make sure Farmer staying awake there at second base.
Yeah, she got off
quite a
far
bit
on that one. Almost even with Katie Burris at shortstop, but she was on her way back by the time Renslow threw it.
So Miller had in the count 1-2. Change up, ground ball right at Guerrero for the putout. That's 3 outs in the inning. Don't need to worry about the runner at second. F5 for out number 3. Gilmore put some charge in that, but right at Guerrero. Good play there by Madison. No runs on no hits. Another runner left on base. We're through 2 scoreless. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Welcome back to Panther softball as we head to the top of the third. Scoreless ball game. Panthers will send to the plate Kennedy, Gonzalez, and then Guerrero. 8, 9, and 1 in the order.
Yeah, Maury, that time, that last batter for Medina Valley, Miller threw that changeup again. She's got to watch throwing it with 2 strikes every time. She's got to, start mixing it up because that time the batter was able to wait on it and get the bat around on it.
Yeah.
Very fortunate to have it hit right at Guerrero.
Gilmore squared it up, but it was just foul. I mean, it just was right at Guerrero.
But nonetheless, good job by Tristan Miller getting out of the inning with the leadoff walk, not hurting you.
So Mackenzie Kennedy, your first baseman, leads off here for the Panthers. We're scoreless. First pitch is off her front foot. That hits her. And that hit by pitch is sponsored by Hazel Russell, your State Farm agent. So a leadoff hit by pitch, and Kennedy is at first base. The center fielder, Elena Gonzalez, now steps to the plate. And we've seen Elena put down some real good bunts also.
Yeah.
And this is the golden opportunity because you got Guerrero standing inside in the circle waiting on deck. Gonzalez squares around but takes that pitch outside for ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Charging hard in at third is Gilmore. That's a bunt, and it's going to be foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mackenzie Kennedy, your runner at first. A hit by pitch to start off this third inning. Second base runner of the game for the Panthers. Gabby Cancino reached on a 2-out walk in the first. The 1-1 pitch, and that's pulled back. Ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. 2 balls and 1 strike. Elena steps out, gets the signals from Coach Buentella. Now back in. Now steps back out, ties her shoe. Harris waits behind the mound, now back on. The 2-1 pitch. That's a strike called in on the hands, and Jeff, that was a good pitch if you were looking at the bunt right there. That was right over the inside part of the plate.
It was a good pitch, and it was probably a good pitch to bunt.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes is the count.
I think she'll probably still be bunting here.
Strike called, and you got to advance that runner to second base in that situation.
Execution, Maury. We talked about one of the keys at the beginning of the game.
Madison Guerrero stands to the plate. Guerrero struck out to start the ball game for the Panthers. 0 for 1. Bats here with the runner on first, now into third. Harris delivers. A pitch is lifted down the first base line. Giving chase is True Love, but will run out of room as the wind blew that one almost back, but foul ball territory. Kennedy still your runner at first. The leadoff hit by pitch.
Yeah, one thing Guerrero, she's still in the spot right now where she needs to still try to hit behind the runner and get that runner to third base if possible, or at least second base.
The 0-1 pitch. That ball is lifted in the infield. Third baseman in, and it's off her glove. The catcher can't field it. That's going to be an error. Wow, and Jeff, we said anything up in the air, the wind's going to play havoc, and it carried it away from Gilmore.
Yeah, and she called it right away. And the wind kept pushing it this way, and you could tell when she turned that glove over to catch it like a basket catch that she was in trouble.
And Jeff, that's her ball. She called it. That's her ball
all
the way. The catcher, the pitcher, if she's got to go outside the circle, it's not hers. And the catcher, if she's got to go into fair ball territory, it's not hers.
The pitcher can help her out on that, but she shouldn't have had to.
No. So the Panthers with a little bit of work here now. Something going.
And that's kind of what I said earlier, Maury. Let's put the ball in play and see what the left side of the infield can do.
Now, do you bunt Salazar and move the runners up to second and third and Cancino coming up to bat? Or do you let Eliana,
considering,
because she grounded out the second or in the first inning?
Yeah, I don't know. Early in the game like this, I'd probably let her swing away.
And she bunts it. It's a beautiful bunt. One play to first, and that's the catcher. Farmer out of that crouch in a hurry, but a beautiful sacrifice by Salazar. 1-3, we're scoring at home for out number 3, but Kennedy moves to third, and Guerrero to second.
But in that situation, that's why she's in the 2-hole.
Beautiful bunt.
So why not let her bunt?
And there was only one play for Farmer, and that was the first base. So a beautiful sacrifice. That's going to bring up Gabby Cancino. She is 0-4. She walked in the first inning. She has no official at-bats.
Now, the thing is here, you've got an open base. Glenn has an open base, so I bet Cancino doesn't see much to hit right here.
Gabby was...
Or if it is something to hit, it's going to be a pitcher's pitch and not a hitter's.
Gabby walked in the first but was stranded. The 1-0 pitch. That ball is lifted into right field. The right fielder in and makes the play. True Love right on top of that. And Jeff Cancino went with the pitch to right field, but they were played just perfect by the right fielder,
I thought
Hoffman.
Right away I thought she made a mistake, and I thought Cancino got enough of it, but it stayed up in the air. That wind held it up there too long.
And Hoffman with the play in right field for the Panthers. No runs, no hits, 2 left on base. We're through 2.5 scoreless. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right! Swiping now!
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. We're scoreless going through the bottom of the third. 9-1-2 in the order as True Love leads off here for the Grizzlies here in the bottom of the third. Strike called, it looked like, after the sacrifice bunt.
True Love is a senior. She's batting 114 on the season. 4 hits.
Down in the count, no balls and 1 strike. After Salazar laid down that beautiful sacrifice bunt, Jeff Cancino went with the pitch, and it looked like it was going to be down.
Yep.
But as we mentioned, the shift over towards the line, and Hoffman was playing right there. Perfect for the Grizzlies. Swing and a miss, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So both teams have left 2 runners in scoring position. That ball is lifted into center field. In comes Gonzalez and makes the catch. 2 steps into her left for the putout. F8 for out number 1 in the third. We're going to move it back to the top of the order, and Tasia Tate, the center fielder, leading off. Tasia was a strikeout victim her first at bat. So we got 3 consecutive lefties in the lineup now coming up for the Grizzlies. Takes that first pitch, ground ball to Cancino. Cancino over to first in time, and she had to get rid of that ball quick.
You can see how fast Tate is getting down the line, and she hit that one to the right side of the infield and still made the play close.
So Cancino charging that ball, a good strong throw over to Kennedy. That's going to bring up Natalie Hoffman, the right fielder.
And that's where we talked about changing speeds. That benefited Miller right there because they got out in front of it.
Hoffman, a strikeout victim in inning number 1. Lifts this in the left center. That's going to drop for a base hit. Hoffman on her way to second. Throw, cut off, misses the cutoff. And Hoffman's going to try to go to third. And, Jeff, that's a big mistake. You got to hit the cutoff.
Yep, and there's no reason not to hit the cutoff in that situation. The left fielder just airmailed it over Burris at shortstop. And you know, not only that, Tristan Miller's there backing it up, but she let it get by her.
So a double and then an error on the play has a runner at third base in Hoffman.
And it's the top of the order.
Kiana Chavez, your number 3 hitter at the plate.
Yeah, you can't make mistakes like that. Let's see if Tristan Miller can pitch herself out of it.
Chavez, no official at bat. She walked with 2 outs in the first. So Hoffman, your runner at third. A ringing double against the wall, and then an error has her at third base with 2 outs. 1 strike on the batter, Chavez. High, 2 balls and no strikes.
Probably not a bad idea for somebody to take a time out here and talk to Trista. Kind of settle her down, say, you know what, nobody hurt. Because if she gets on base here, Maury, she's going to take second base, and we're not going to try to throw her out.
2-0, and that's lifted, foul down the third base line.
Good job by Trista coming right back, though. And
2 balls and 1 strike. Chavez, the left fielder, number 3 hitter in the lineup. Walked in the first. Miller with the 2-1 pitch. That ball is low, 3 balls and 1 strike. And yeah, Jeff, if Chavez gets on, she's going to be standing at second base after the first pitch. and you can't hardly throw it down there and try to get her out.
No.
So 3-1 is to count on Chavez. Runner at third is Hoffman. Strike called. Full count now as Miller worked away.
Big pitch
on
here.
The lefty.
Big pitch here
one.
in the third inning, Maury. Bottom of 3. This is comes down to your first really big pitch of the game.
And we saw Harris with the big pitch in the top half of the inning. The payoff pitch. Ground ball to Kennedy Byer in center, in right field for a hit. So an RBI single by Chavez. And the error, Jeff, that's a unearned run.
Yeah, it's an unearned run. And, actually, Maury, it looked like our first baseman had an opportunity to put a glove on that, and she never moved her feet. And, there's that old drill. I think Georgia does it where they jump up in the air on the pitch just so that they're moving.
Yeah,
and they're moving their feet.
Moving
and
forward.
We kind of got caught flat-footed on that pitch.
So Harris now batting. Snap throw down to first, not in time. As Chavez was a little off the base, a little too much for Renslow's liking there. The pitcher, Riley Harris, now at the plate. Harris grounded out to short to end inning number 1. And that's a ball right at Guerrero. Guerrero throw over for the putout.
There you go. Minimize the damage, Maury.
5-3 for out number 3. But for the Grizzlies in that inning, 1 run on 2 hits. 1 left on base. We're through 3. Medina Valley trails 1-0. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
The pace of business is faster than ever. That's why when you need a business loan, you want a bank that can act fast. Not only do you get great rates and fast answers, you get the financial advice you need to keep your business growing. It's a better way to borrow. Stop by and let's talk. Come home to Castroville State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at CastrovilleStateBank.com.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. Grizzlies get on top with a 2-out RBI single in the bottom of the third by Chavez after Hoffman with a 2-out double and then an error brought her to third base. So an RBI single brings in the first run and the only run of the ball game so far. We head to the fourth.
Yeah,
Panthers will send to the plate 4, 5, 6, Upton, Burris, and Renslow.
Both teams have had an opportunity to score now, Maury. One came through, the other didn't. So you got to keep the pressure. The opportunities are going to still be there, and you got to create those situations. The more chances you give yourself to score, the more opportunities you'll have to squeeze one across.
First pitch is a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Kaylee is a strikeout victim to end inning number 1. Quick update from the boys game, Jeff. After 1 inning, Medina Valley has jumped on Edison 3-0. And that is a 1-game series also. So the Panthers up 1-0 or 3-0 already after 1. The 2-0 pitch is swing and a miss, 2 balls and 1 strike. As we are a 1-0 deficit here in the fourth. Renslow ahead in the count, 2-1. The pitch from Harris is a swing and a miss, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Let's say Kaylee's been a good 2-strike hitter this year. Let's see if she can continue that.
2-2 pitch, and that's fouled out of play.
Remember
Count
the
stays.
last time, Maury, her first at-bat, she looked at 3 straight strikes. So she said this time she wasn't going to look at those pitches that were borderline. She swung at every one of them that's been borderline. So
Well, why put your faith in the hands of the
Yeah, absolutely. She
of
learned.
the umpire.
She learned, from her first at bat.
Waits the 2-2 pitch. Outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
That one was a little bit further outside,
Yep.
so good take there.
So far, a quality at bat here for Upton. See if she can finish it off here. Get you a runner on base here. The 3-2 pitch.
There it is.
Oh, wow.
Dang it. Oh, she was looking away, and she came back on the inner half, and she wasn't expecting that. You got to be able to see all of the plate with 2 strikes.
That's going to bring up the shortstop, Katie Burris. Katie was a strikeout victim for out number 1 in inning number 2, so she is 0 for 1. That's 7 strikeouts out of the 10 outs.
That's quite a few strikeouts.
10
already.
strikeouts, 2 ground outs, and a fly out.
I wonder, I know you don't keep the stat, but I wonder how many of them are looking. Those first 3 innings.
That was the 3rd one so far. I'm marking backwards K when they're looking in a regular
K.
K.
Oh, yeah, you do. Okay,
Yep.
So you do have a record of it.
Yep.
So only 3 of them.
Ball 1 on Burris. As the Panthers bat here, trailing 1-0 here in the top of the 4th. Burris awaits the 1-0 pitch. And that hits her on the elbow.
That one plunked
and
her.
that hit by pitch is sponsored by Hazel Russell, your State Farm agent. That's a second hit batsman for Harris.
Yeah, and she's going to do that because she works in and out. She was working Katie back inside.
And that went right off the funny bonus. Burris is kind of shaking it around. That's what it is. It sting a little bit.
You see a lot of the kids nowadays, though.
Wear that little
they're
Evo
wearing
shield.
that shield, trying to protect that off arm so that they don't get those little stingers.
Catcher Renslow now steps to the plate. Renslow was a strikeout victim also in inning number 2 where Harris struck out the side in that inning. Jeff, I wish I would have been the one that Renslow waits for the first pitch. It's a strike. I wish I was the one that invented those Evo shields. Or the best one that gets me the most is that oven mitt they wear on that sliding hand. That just blows my mind.
Yeah.
Something so simple.
Yep. Just a block glove.
Yeah, it's
no fingers.
No. The 0-1 pitch is down low, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, I was going to say, Blue, you can't give them both. You can't give her that high outside strike and then
But
give her
then we
that
might
low.
as well just not even take a bat up there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first is Burris.
Maury, we haven't even been playing an hour yet, and we're in the top of the 4th.
Squares around a good bunt, and it's going to stay. Just foul. Wow, Renslow had that one rolling right on the line, and it just did not stay.
Yep.
And, Jeff, that was a good job by Farmer letting it roll out. She knew if she picked it up, she had no chance at first anyways. Wow, what a bunt there put down by Renslow, but it just goes foul. So you know how much the Panthers know that you've got to get another run. You got to get a run here.
Bam.
Ball is lifted.
Another mistake.
In the infield. Called off Hoffman, and Hoffman came real hard in from right field. That's 2 good plays so far by the right fielder, Hoffman. Calling off the second baseman. And, Jeff, once again, that wind dealing the infield misery.
Yeah, that ball started out over by the umpire and ended up over here almost to first base.
That's 2 good plays in right field as Hoffman's covering a lot of ground out there.
Now, there's a reason she's playing over there, and it's not just because she has the strongest arm on the team.
Trista Miller now steps to the plate. Miller, a strikeout victim, takes the first pitch for a strike. No balls and 1 strike.
But the way this young lady pitches, she gets a lot of action over there in right field. And that's probably why they have the best fielder.
She probably has a lot of putouts.
I could probably look that up, Maury.
Probably could.
She's not going to have as many as the catcher.
The 0-1. That's a ground ball by the third baseman. Miller with a ground ball. That's going to rattle around in the corner. They're going to run Katie in. Left fielder having a hard time with it. Miller down. Stand-up triple. An RBI triple by Trista Miller. And we said, Jeff, if the Panthers could pull one, it'll be trouble because they're shading everything over to right field. Miller with an RBI triple. Katie Burris scores.
I believe, Maury, that was that changeup, and she got a little bit too much of the plate on the inside that time.
So the first hit of the ball game plates the tying run. And now Mackenzie Kennedy comes up with the go-ahead run just 60 feet away. the first pitch to Mackenzie is strike call. No balls and one strike. Mackenzie Kennedy with no official at bats as she was hit by a pitch, but was stranded at third base in the third inning.
What's the right fielder's name, Maury?
Hoffman.
"21 putouts, which is not quite as many as the center fielder at 24. So 24 and 21 amongst the two fielders on the right side.
The 1-1 pitch to Kennedy. That's a strike called, 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Of course, the catcher and the first baseman lead the team.
Well, and the center fielder, Tate, she's the one that's leading off. So she's going to chase down anything that's close to her in center field also. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now Mackenzie needs to come through here with a big hit. Pitches off the plate, 2-2. And the Leander Glenn fans wanted that pitch, and sometimes it's been called. That one was just a little way too far off the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Panthers have tied it up here in the 4th. Full count now to Kennedy. She's battled back from an 0-2 count. Miller stands at third base, 60 feet away for the go-ahead run. Mackenzie Kennedy waiting for the payoff pitch from Harris. And the pitch is on its way. That's a ground ball, ball low. So a 2-out walk. That's a second walk issued. 2 hit by pitches. That's going to bring up Elena Gonzalez. And Jeff, this is one of your best bunters. What do you do in this situation? Make a play on it, or do you swing away?
Maury, I've only seen her swing away a handful of times. But I think what she did get a hit. What she may do here is steal Kennedy, try to swipe second base.
First pitch is a strike called. No balls and 1 strike. Now's the perfect time if you want to steal. You got maybe a waste pitch here on a 0-1 count.
Yeah.
Runners at the corners. We're tied 1-1 here in the top of the 4th.
I mean, we haven't seen the catcher throw anybody out yet.
Elena takes that pitch for a strike. Yeah. No balls and 2 strikes. Jeff, those were 2 good pitches.
Yeah, they were. And, yeah.
The 0-2 pitch. Now was she squaring around the bunt on an 0-2 pitch?
Looked like she was wanting to bunt.
Wow.
Maybe that's her MO right now. She's going to surprise them because they're sitting back.
Well, down in the count still. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runners at the corner, so we're tied in the 4th. She squares around. She bunts one and kills it right in front of the mound. And that's going to be an RBI single. Nobody at third. And it's going to be a good running job by Mackenzie Kennedy. She goes to third base. An RBI bunt single for Elena Gonzalez. And the Panthers have a lead. As Miller will come in to score. Kennedy goes to third. Elena Gonzalez with a beautiful RBI single bunt as she killed that, Jeff.
Yep, that was
right
perfect.
in the Bermuda Triangle right there.
No opportunity with that, and that's what we just said, Maury. Maybe that was the MO right here. She was going to let him get 2 strikes, and she was going to try to lay one down fair.
And, Jeff, so far we've seen if you put the ball in play, their defense is a little suspect.
We referenced that in the 3rd and 4th inning, 3rd inning probably. We said something, that we need to see these people, see how they field, because when I look at them, I just don't have a lot of confidence in how they handle themselves as fielders just by watching them warm up and just by watching their mannerisms.
So Guerrero now at the plate, your leadoff batter. She is 0 for 2, a strikeout, and reached on an error.
And I can be completely wrong about that too, Maury.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
They have made some good plays. And you got to remember, the district that they play in, Maury, might be one of the toughest 5A districts in the state, with the number 1 team in the nation, Leander, winning that district.
Guerrero, the 1-1 pitch. He squares around and bunts. That's going to be trouble. Harris with the throw just in time. So 1-3 for the putout, for out number 3. But for the Panthers in that inning, 2 runs on 2 hits, 2 left on base. We're through 3.5. The Panthers 2. Leander Glenn 1. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Does your Chevrolet dealership provide a level of service recognized by the GM Mark of Excellence? Or provide no-hassle posted pricing on every new and used vehicle? North Park Chevrolet does. And that's why they're the Chevrolet Dealer of the Year for 2020 in the Chevrolet South Central region. One of only 2% in the nation to receive this award. North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. The Panthers put up a crooked number here in the top of the 4th and have taken the lead 2-1. The Grizzlies will send to the plate Farmer, Belter, and Shuck, 5, 6, and 7. Farmer has no official bats as she walked to start inning number 2, but was stranded. Takes the first pitch for a strike. So Miller, for the first time now in the circle with a lead for the Panthers. The 0-1 pitch. That ball is lifted down the third base line, but will fall foul. Just out of reach of Guerrero and Burris. So Farmer down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. So Farmer steps back in, awaits the 0-2 pitch from Miller. Ball is rocketed right back up the middle. And, Jeff, that was a mistake.
Yeah, and, and that we talked about that. When Trista has issues, it's when she misses with 0-2 pitches, when she's ahead in the count. And she missed royally on that one,
and
right
Jeff,
over the middle of the plate.
That was the catcher Farmer, and I believe you mentioned she was the leading RBI.
She's in the 5-hole?
In the 5-hole, yeah. Yes.
So she
comes
can hit
through,
the ball.
Yeah, comes through
this
with
one's going to be bunting probably.
1 out with a leadoff single, as she is walked and single. Now Caitlin Belter at the plate. Belter was a strikeout victim in inning number 2. Takes the first pitch for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. That pitch is high. 2 balls and no strikes. Coach Guzman flashing the signals there down third base. Belter steps back in. 2-0 pitch, squares around and bunts. Miller with 1 throw, Jeff, and I think if you'd have,
she could have, but you know
maybe,
what?
But you want the out.
Do the right thing, and she did, and she took the out.
So a sacrifice by Belter. That's a 1-3 for the putout, but that moves Farmer to second base.
I mean, you've got 2 batters now to get 2 outs.
That's going to bring up Paige Shuck. Paige is no official at bats as she laid down a sacrifice bunt and moved Farmer to second, but Farmer was stranded there in the second inning.
She may be doing the same thing here again.
Takes the first pitch for a strike. No balls and 1 strike.
And Miller needs to get back to what the umpire was giving her in the first couple of innings. Take advantage of that outside corner.
Shuck with a slightly open stance, fouls that one back. No balls and 2 strikes.
Now this one, if I was Coach Bunteo, I'd be hollering, nowhere close.
Yeah.
Or maybe Guerrero was walking over there and relaying it. Okay, come on, Trista. Hey, let's go. Nowhere close.
So Shuck down in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch is on its way. Changeup.
That was pretty close. And it was pretty close,
wow.
Maury. If that ball's down a little bit,
I think
she gets another hit.
I think it's a backwards K.
Or
yep.
she gets another hit.
Yep.
It's too much of the plate with 2 strikes.
So 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Shuck. Runner at second. That ball is lifted in the infield. Burris calls it. Comes in about 6 steps and makes the catch. As you saw, Burris struggling a little bit with that one. As that ball, when it gets in the air, the wind is playing havoc.
The wind, yeah, and the wind is actually more.
It's kind of changing now. It's in from right field now.
It's in from right field still. I mean, it's been blowing right from left, but it looks like it's kind of dying a little bit at times.
So Gilmore now steps in with 2 outs, runner at second. Gilmore rifled one at Guerrero to end the inning with a runner at second base, with Farmer at second base, and Farmer stands there again now at second base in the 4th. Same situation as in the 2nd. The 1-0 pitch. And that's high, evens the count at 1-1. Gilmore, the third baseman.
One she lined out hard to Guerrero.
Yes. And she lifts that into Burris coming in. Guerrero calls it and makes the play. F5 if you're scoring at home for out number 3. For the Grizzlies, no runs, 1 hit, 1 left on base. We head to the 5th. Medina Valley 2, Leander Glen 1. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back to Panther softball as we head to the 5th. Your Medina Valley Panthers in front 2-1 in this area matchup. 1-game series. The winner moves on to play the winner of Southwest or Leander in the 3rd round. But the Panthers can't get comfortable with this 1-run lead. They need to get some insurance runs here. Panthers will send to the plate Salazar, Cancino, and Upton. 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. Aliana is 1 for 2, a ground out, and laid down a beautiful sacrifice bunt, where the Panthers left 2 runners on base, 2nd and 3rd. So 0 for 1, as Harris is back there in the circle for the Grizzlies. 3rd time around the lineup now, so Salazar should know what to expect here from Harris. First pitch is outside, ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Harris delivers the 1-0 pitch, and that's low. 2 balls and no strikes. As Harris has 7 strikeouts, Jeff, but she also has 2 base on balls and 2 hit by pitches.
Yes, sir.
The 2-0 pitch. That's a strike call. 2 balls and 1 strike. Taken all the way there was Salazar. 2-1. 2-1 on the batter, Salazar. Strike call, 2-2. Canyon took game 1 against Southwest Legacy 5-1. So they lead 1-0 in that matchup. Southwest and Leander play. That ball is fouled back. Count stays at 2-2. That's a 1-game series. That's also at St. Mary's. And that game that started at 7, I believe. And then Floresville and Georgetown is a 2 out of 3 as well at Smithson Valley. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Strikeout to start out inning number 5. That's going to bring to the plate Gabby Cancino. Gabby is 0 for 1. Walked and then was robbed of a base hit by Hoffman in right field. So 0 for 1, number 3 hitter in the lineup, second baseman for your Medina Valley Panthers. Panthers staked with a 2-1 lead here in the top of the 5th. Cancino takes the first pitch for a strike, no balls and 1 strike.
Pretty good pitch right there to take, Maury. I know you know you really got to be up there ready to swing the bat against her. She's been doing a really good job of moving the ball in and out, but she has made mistakes over the plate. And that first strike was a mistake.
Yes, the 0-1 pitch is a ball called. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kaylee Upton waits on deck for the Panthers. 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. Gabby awaits the pitch, and that ball is fouled back into the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Now, I hope we've learned to not let the umpire make the call.
Don't put your faith in the hands of the ump, right?
Put the ball in play and see what you can make happen. Which should be the name of the game for everybody.
The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss for a strikeout. So back-to-back strikeouts for Harris in inning number 5. That's going to bring up Kaylee Upton. Kaylee is 0 for 2. She struck out to end inning number 1 and then struck out to start off inning number 4. So she is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Pitch is a strike call, no balls and 1 strike. Upton back in. Harris
she
back.
Asked her to bunt, and she does not look very comfortable trying to bunt.
Harris with the throw over to the second baseman who's covering Crosby for the putout. So 1-4 for the putout. Easy inning there for Harris in the circle. No runs, no hits. No Panthers left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Medina Valley 2. Leander Glen 1. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Welcome back to Panther softball as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Your Medina Valley Panthers in front 2-1. 9-1-2 for the Grizzlies. True Love, Tate, and Hoffman.
I wish this scoreboard would adjust the innings itself. I'm sorry out there, everybody watching. It jumped an inning on me somewhere.
That ball is lifted in left field. Salazar in and makes the play on the run. F7 for the put out for out number 1. That's going to bring up the leadoff hitter, Taja Tate. Tate is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. So the leadoff batter steps in here for the Grizzlies in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch is a strike called, no balls and 1 strike. Taja Tate, your leadoff batter, center fielder, takes that pitch high, 1 ball and 1 strike, 1 out. Panthers with 2 runs in the 4th. Leander Glenn with 1 run in the 3rd. 2-1 is your score. The 1-1 pitch to Tate. That's a ground ball to Cancino. Cancino over to first, and we know how quick she has to get rid of it.
That's a good job once again.
That's back-to-back ground outs from Tate to Cancino. Second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Natalie Hoffman. Hoffman is 1 for 2, struck out, doubled, and scored the lone run. She also, Jeff, that double came with 2 outs.
Yeah. Yes, sir, it did. And the error that was mixed in allowed her to come in and score on the next batter.
That pitch is fouled back. Out of play, no balls and 1 strike. Yeah, she doubled, and then the error on the missed cutoff throw had her at third base, and then Chavez just pushed one down the right in the right field for an RBI single with 2 outs. The only run of the ball game for the Grizzlies so far. The 0-1 pitch. The ground ball to Kennedy. Kennedy eats it up. 3 unassisted, a good inning. That's what we needed for Trista Miller in the circle. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We're through 5. Your score, Medina Valley 2, Leander Glenn 1. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I mean, I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right! Swiping now!
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
Bush's Chicken, one of the oldest locations in Castroville, is proud to serve the Medina Valley area. Bush's Chicken has one goal: be the best. Bush's Chicken knows its success comes from loyal customers in the communities they serve. Stop by Bush's Chicken on Tuesday and get the Tender Tuesday deal, or try their buffalo fries and ask about their Panther special. It's always a hit. Bush's Chicken, 935 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call them at 830-538-2800.
Welcome back to Panther Softball, sponsored by North Park Chevrolet. We move to the 6th. Panthers will send to the plate. 5, 6, and 7, Burris, Renslow, and Miller. 5, 6, 7 in the lineup. Burris is 0 for 1, struck out and was hit by a pitch and scored on Miller's triple. Played at the first run of the ball game for the Panthers. First pitch is ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Harris back in the circle for Leander. Burris takes the 1-0 pitch outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Jeff, you'd like to see some insurance runs here.
Yeah, you know,
for the Panthers.
Start off with a base runner and see what you can make happen.
Burris sits on the 2-0 pitch. Good swing, but just got under it.
Yeah, that pitch
fouls
was
it back
a little bit under her hands.
Yeah. And Burris was waiting on that pitch, just could not get all of it. 2 balls and 1 strike now as Burris leads off here in the 6th. Three balls and 1 strike. And it is the 6th. The scoreboard's wrong. I know it's the 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's the bottom of the 6th. Top of the 6th, excuse me. The 3-1 pitch.
Ooh.
That hits her. That's another hit by pitch.
He's going to bring her back.
No, he hit her on the elbow. well, I thought he was going to bring her back.
I did too.
Because he went down halfway
back.
down, but he pointed. And it hit her on the lead elbow. That's the second hit by pitch for Burris, the 3rd one of the ball game. And, Jeff, that's just as good as a single.
Absolutely.
As Burris will take first base on a hit by pitch, and that hit by pitch is sponsored by Hazel Russell, your State Farm agent. Hayden Renzo, the catcher, now steps to the plate. Hayden is 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fly out to Hoffman in right field.
There's no doubt right here what Renslow should be doing in this situation, and to be trying to get Katie over to second base and give your next 2 batters, Trista Miller and Mackenzie Kennedy, an opportunity to bring her in for another run.
First pitch is a strike called. No balls and 1 strike. Burris has reached base back-to-back times now on hit by pitches.
Well, she didn't square around there, Maury, but she's up in the front of the box right now. Now she's square.
The 0-1 pitch. And that's high. That gets by her.
You don't have definitely bunting.
You don't have to sacrifice now to get her third, but now you want to get her 60 feet away with one out instead of 120.
Now it really fits into what the Panthers have been doing with their bunting. You want to bunt something down the right side to get Katie over to third base.
So 1 ball and 1 strike now is to count to Renslow. Burris moves to second, and that's got to be a wild pitch.
Yes,
there was
a wild
no
pitch.
chance of Farmer to get that high pitch.
And the pitchers had a tendency here in the last couple innings to get a little wild.
So the 1-1 pitch, and Renslow did not square around there. 2 balls and 1 strike now to count. Burris stands at second with no outs. Was hit by a pitch and advanced on a wild pitch to second. The 2-1 pitch, and now she squares around. A beautiful bunt. It's pushed by the pitcher, and not in time. An RBI bunt single for Renslow, and Jeff, the Panthers are making the small ball work tonight. So runners at the corners. That's the 3rd hit of the ball game for the Panthers.
Yeah, and Maury, you're right, and that was probably the best bunt that we've seen tonight. The one in the golden triangle that, who was it, Salazar? No, Gonzalez laid down.
Yes,
was a good one. But that was a little bit of a push bunt that went right by the pitcher who was trying to come get it and made the second baseman come and get it, who wasn't expecting to do that.
And now we'll have a courtesy runner. Jasmine Salazar will come in and run for Renslow.
Jazzy's running. I would expect to see Jazzy on the move here. If not on the first pitch, definitely by the second pitch.
So the pitcher, Trista Miller, stands in. Miller is 1 for 2. An RBI triple and scored the second run on the Gonzalez single. So the Panthers with some work here. Runners at the corners with nobody out. Miller at the plate. Squares around and she bunts that, and it's going to go foul.
Somebody may have missed a sign right there.
Well, I think she was putting the runner in motion. I think Miller must have, because you definitely want her to swing away.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't know. Maybe it was a bunt and run. Maybe they're trying to do a safety squeeze here to make sure they can get that next run in.
The 0-1 pitch, and that's outside and high, 1-1. Now with that take there, Jeff, just makes you think that somebody might have missed one there, maybe.
A safety squeeze is not a bad idea here.
No, it's not.
But I think now she's probably going to let her swing away. She had to give her the first pitch opportunity to lay one down.
Not too sure I wouldn't put Jasmine in motion here. The 1-1 pitch. And there she goes.
Delay steal.
Well,
there's nobody there.
Get the second. Thank you. Coach Wintello's hollering at her, will you please get the second base? And she was just standing there trying to decoy and get a throw out of that.
Now we've got 2 strikes, Maury.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Miller.
Now, they've basically taken the safety squeeze out now. So you need to have Miller has got to make contact of some sort. Now the infield is staying back. I would think you would draw the infield in right here and cut off anything going home.
The 1-2 pitch, and that's outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And an update from the boys, Jeff. It has gotten ugly. It is 11-0 after 2. The Panthers.
Good for them.
Panthers way in front of the Edison Bears. But the softball here needs to add on here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runners on second and third. Miller takes the pitch for a strike.
That's why a safety squeeze may have been a good idea right there, Maurice, because you give up an out for a run.
It's going to bring up Mackenzie Kennedy. Kennedy, no official at bats tonight, Jeff. She was hit by a pitch and a walk.
They're going to be bunting here. They've got to be.
Swing and a miss. And, Jeff, you cannot leave runners at second and third here. You've got to at least get 1 run in here.
And that's their,
And runners at second and third with no outs.
Kennedy has come through in some situations here late in the second half.
Squares around the bunt, and he dropped the head of the bat, and that's what usually happens.
She didn't
balls
bend her
and 2
knees,
strikes.
and she stood straight up to try to bunt that, Maury, and she's got it. That's a huge situation right there. But now she's still in this.
Oh, yes.
0-2 count. She's got to put something in play somewhere.
Got the big strike left.
Cannot have a strikeout here.
Burris at third, Salazar at second, 1 out. The 0-2 count. And that's high. That's a good job by Farmer. That almost got by her to the backstop. So runners at second and third now with one out. Kennedy at the plate, down 1 ball and 2 strikes. Harris checks the wristband. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts, and it looks like Harris may work out of this jam, and that would be very unfortunate for the Panthers. That's going to bring up Elena Gonzalez.
Going to have a pinch hitter here. I bet we're going to see Madison Sotelo.
No, it's going to be Aubrey Dominguez. Is who I've seen had to get a helmet. And Elena with a RBI bunt in this situation, her last at bat. But Dominguez now will be called to the plate. Aubrey Dominguez is the flex player playing right field for the Panthers tonight. So runners at second and third with 2 outs now. Dominguez called in for probably her biggest at bat of the year so far.
Yeah, pretty tough spot to put a freshman in. Come in and, but, Maury, at this point in the season, you're not a freshman anymore.
No, you need, you're exactly right.
But you are in your first playoff game, or third playoff game, actually.
So Dominguez steps in now with runners at second and third with 2 outs. Miller trying to work, Harris trying to work out of a jam here. First pitch high. Ball 1 ball and no strikes. Harris checks the wristband. Now toes the rubber. Dominguez waits the 1-0 pitch, and it's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, that one tied her up inside. Good pitch.
So Dominguez has one of those Evo shields on that lead elbow. Harris checks the wristband once again. The 1-1 pitch is on its way, and that is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Hopefully Dominguez has been watching from over there, and she's seen that outside pitch is probably coming.
So 2-1, 2 outs, 2 runners on. 2-1 is in favor of the Panthers here in the top of the 6th. Dominguez waits a 2-1 pitch.
Yep, that missed.
And that one's inside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Guerrero, the leadoff batter, waits on deck for the Panthers. 3 balls and 1 strike to Dominguez. Runners at second and third. 2 outs. Top of the 6th.
3-1. That's, you got to get all the plate and try to get something you can drive.
The pitch.
That was not it.
And that's high, ball 4. Third walk issued. We turn it back to the top of the order. Guerrero's due, Jeff. She is 0 for 3. A strikeout, reached on an error, and then tried to bunt her way on with 2 outs.
Going to have re-entry here. It looks like Gonzalez is going to go back in now to run.
Elena will go in and run for Dominguez, who reached on a 2-out walk to load the bases. Now, Jeff, you have one of your RBI leaders at the plate. 3-year starter. She got the right hit in the right spot.
Yeah, this is what you get paid the big bucks for.
Absolutely. So let's see if Guerrero can deliver here for the Panthers.
I got a feeling Guerrero's going to be pretty aggressive here. She may go after the first pitch.
Bases juiced. The first pitch is a strike called. No balls and 1 strike. Harris trying to pitch her way out of a jam here in the 6th.
Probably a good thing she didn't go after that pitch. Not a hitter's pitch. That was a pitcher's pitch there.
Guerrero waits the 0-1 pitch. Set up outside his Farmer. And that's way outside and high, 1-1. This is a huge part in this ball game with the Panthers up 2-1 here with the bases loaded in the 6th.
Maury, is it huge or is it huge?
It's huge. The 1-1 pitch is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Guerrero steps out, gathers herself. Now settles back in.
Yeah, you're getting to the point right here where pitcher's got to throw one over the white.
Harris checks the wristband. The 2-1 pitch is on its way, and that backs her off.
Wow.
In on the hands, and Jeff, that looked in tight.
It was really,
wow.
It was really in tight, and it,
evens the count at 2-2, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Guerrero really hasn't had anything to hit so far.
Harris delivers the 2-2 pitch. Strikeout called. So the Panthers leave the bases loaded. Do not get any runs with runners at first and second with no outs. Panthers leave 3 on base, Jeff. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Panthers 2, Grizzlies 1. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
The pace of business is faster than ever. That's why when you need a business loan, you want a bank that can act fast. Not only do you get great rates and fast answers, you get the financial advice you need to keep your business growing. It's a better way to borrow. Stop by and let's talk. Come home to Castroville State Bank. Member FDIC. Visit us online at castrovillestatebank.com.
The Medina Valley Sports Boosters are proud to support the Medina Valley Panthers. The Boosters are always looking for volunteers and new members. The MVP Boosters raise funds to support the MVISD sports and scholarship programs. Get your Panther swag at the football store located next to the concession stand. We have several items on sale. Join, volunteer, or purchase your Panther swag today at mvpboosters.com.
Welcome back to Panther softball as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Grizzlies will send to the plate 3, 4, and 5. Chavez, Harris, and Farmer. And, Jeff, let's hope the Panthers don't look back at that top of the inning and say coulda, shoulda, woulda. You had runners at second and third with nobody out.
You got your left on base right because we left 2 on in the first, didn't we? Or 2 on in the second. Oh, we're on the wrong side there. I'm sorry. Yeah,
left on
8
base,
runners. 8. And most of those were in scoring position, so.
6 out of the 8 were in scoring position.
Right.
And Chavez leads off the inning, the left fielder. Chavez is perfect at the plate. Walked and an RBI single. She has drove in the only run of the game for the Grizzlies. That's a ground. That's a fly. A hard shot at.
Oh my gosh! How lucky.
Kennedy. Kennedy knocks it down. It bounces off the base and right back out her. So 3 unassisted.
Somebody was on her side on that one, Maury.
And Kennedy just turned and got the glove on it, knocked it down, kept it in the infield.
And it bounced off the base right back to her.
So a good out there as that one, Jeff, if it gets by Kennedy, that rolls into the corner.
Yeah, it's extra bases.
And Chavez is at least standing at second. But nevertheless, an out for Medina Valley. That's going to bring up Riley Harris, the pitcher. Riley grounded out to short and grounded out to third base to end inning number 1 and number 3, respectively. So she is 0 for 2. The 1-0 pitch, off-speed pitch, swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
That's a good job of changing up speeds right there for Trista. She showed the fastball, and then she went back early in the count with the changeup.
And, Jeff, this is a big inning for Miller. 3, 4, and 5 up at the plate.
Absolutely.
She has done retired the number 3 batter in the lineup. Now she faces the 4th batter. And, wow, that was been a strike on Medina Valley all night.
It sure has. Well, you know it's been a strike all night for both sides.
As a matter of fact, that would have been a ball 4 to Guerrero if he calls that pitch.
Would have been an RBI.
Yes, the 2-1 pitch.
No, it would have been ball 3.
Ball 3,
would have been ball 3.
But it would have been
but
huge.
Still,
it would have been 3 and 1 instead of 2 and 2.
Yep.
So Miller now behind the count. 3 balls and 1 strike. Harris, pitcher versus pitcher matchup here. Swing and a miss, fills up the count now. Payoff pitch coming from Miller. 2-1 in favor of the Panthers in the bottom of the 6th. Miller gets the sign from Renslow. Swing and a miss.
3 changeups got her.
3 changeups in a row. Good pitching there. Backwards pitching for Miller. We'll send Dakota Farmer. Dakota Farmer is perfect at the plate, Jeff. A walk and a single, but she was stranded at third base.
And that single, don't forget, Maury, was a couple innings ago where Tristan Miller was ahead on her and threw one. Got too much of the plate. She rocketed it back
right
up the middle.
Right back up the middle, yep. That pitch is chopped in front of the mound. Not chopped, but popped up in front of the mound. F1 for out number 3. So Miller with an easy inning. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We head to the 7th. Medina Valley 2, Leander Glen 1. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Does your Chevrolet dealership provide a level of service recognized by the GM Mark of Excellence? Or provide no hassle posted pricing on every new and used vehicle? North Park Chevrolet does. And that's why they're the Chevrolet Dealer of the Year for 2020 in the Chevrolet South Central region. One of only 2% in the nation to receive this award. North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest rated Chevrolet dealer. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville.
Medina Electric Cooperative was built by this community more than 80 years ago to deliver safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We are proud to serve this community beyond the power lines. You can find us supporting your kids' Little League, sponsoring school events, hosting safety presentations, and more. We're honored to belong to this community. Keep up with Medina Electric from the power lines to the sidelines on social media or at medinaec.org.
Welcome back to Panther softball as we head to the money inning, the seventh. The Panthers with a 2-1 lead. Panthers will send to the plate Salazar, Cancino, and Upton. 2, 3, and 4 in the lineup. Looking for some insurance runs. As the Panthers with the slimmest of leads, 2-1. Aliana Salazar leads off. Aliana is 0 for 2, a ground out, a strikeout, sandwiched in between a sacrifice. So we head to the seventh. Panthers with 2, 3, 4 in the lineup. Harris back there in the circle. First pitch is a strike called. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch squares around but pulls back on that outside pitch. 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Salazar fakes the bunt, pulls it back, now takes it for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike.
I wouldn't be surprised if Salazar, seeing how quickly they're charging and the second baseman is vacating that area, that opens up a huge hole right over there through the right side for a little slash hit. We haven't done much of that this year, but you never know.
Nope. 2 balls and 1 strike.
They didn't do it this time.
A bunt down first, throw to first is just in time. Good throw by Farmer, getting out from behind the plate. That's going to be scored 2-4. So second baseman Crosby was covering on the play for out number 1. That's going to bring up Gabby Cancino.
Yeah, that bunt kind of died and allowed the catcher an opportunity to get to it rather quickly.
Gabby is 0 for 2, a walk, a fly out, and a strikeout. Takes the first pitch high, ball 1, 1 ball and no strikes. Gabby waits the 1-0 pitch. That backs her off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. So Harris with the 2-0 pitch. That's a strike call. 2 balls and 1 strike. Gabby steps out, now back in. Awaits a 2-1 pitch from Harris. And the pitch is on its way. Strike call, 2-2. Both pitches right on that outside part.
I know she's looking for something out over the plate, but, that pitch has been there all night. Both sides. He's called it both ways on that outside pitch.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Panthers in front, 2-1. Bat here in the top of the 7th. The 2-2 pitch. That ball is fouled back into the screen. The count holds it 2-2. Upton is your batter on deck. So Raleigh Harris steps off. Cancino back out of the box. Now steps back in. The 2-2 pitch to Gabby. Ground ball at first. First baseman Truelove over and takes it unassisted for the putout for out number 2. That's going to bring up the number 4 hitter in the lineup, Kaylee Upton. Actually, we're going to have a pinch hitter. That's going to be Hendrickson. Will come in to bat now for Upton. So this will be Lauren Hendrickson's first at bat tonight for the Panthers. As Upton was 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a ground out back to the pitcher. So Hendrickson steps in now with 2 outs.
Breeze is picking back up
yes,
again.
Yes, it is. Briskly blowing in from right field. So the right-handed batter, Hendrickson, steps in. Open stance, 2 outs in the top of the 7th. First pitch is a strike call, no balls and 1 strike. Henderson with an open stance. Awaits the 0-1 pitch. That's a strike call, no balls and 2 strikes.
She looks back at it like, what are you talking about? But, that's the pitch she's been calling all night.
All night long, yep.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised to see her go right back there.
Right back at it. Yeah, because Hendrickson is way off the plate.
Yeah.
The 0-2 pitch, and that's exactly where she went. Strikeout for out number 3, so a quick inning for Harris. No insurance runs for the Panthers. As we head to the bottom of the 7th, your Medina Valley Panthers 2, Leander Glen 1. Panther softball will continue in just a moment.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Welcome back to Panther softball. Panthers 3 outs away to advance to the 3rd round.
Here we go. Most important out, Maury,
the first
besides
one.
The last one, is the first one.
Belter, Shuck, and Gilmore, 6, 7, and 8 for the Grizzlies here in the bottom of the 7th. Miller back in the circle for the Panthers. Renslow back behind the plate. First pitch, a changeup, swing and a miss.
Well, they're definitely not taken until they get a strike.
Nope. Miller ahead in the count, no balls and 1 strike.
Some coaches believe in it, some don't.
The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, another off-speed pitch. As Belter way out in front of those first 2. Now where do you come with this one, Jeff?
Way off the plate outside.
Belter is 1 for 2, a strikeout and a sacrifice.
Rise ball.
The 0-2 pitch.
There it is, rise ball.
Just got it off the end of the bat.
Or was that a changeup that she missed up high?
A changeup missed high, I think, because she cued it off just enough.
Yeah, well, she changed her angle and she brought it back up now, so I would not go with the rise ball here. I'd have to throw a fastball off the edge of the plate, but I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. The 0-2 pitch to Belter. It's on its way.
Change
wow,
up.
Where's it at? Just
Wasn't that
low.
a changeup again?
I don't know.
It sure looked like it. If it was, that was 4 in a row. I bet it was a fastball and she missed her spot.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Belter digs in. Swing and a miss.
Changeup.
Strikeout for out number 1. Panthers 2 outs left here. Leander Glen is going to pin their hopes now on the shortstop, Paige Shuck. Shuck sacrificed in the second inning and then lined out or popped out to Burris at shortstop, so she is 0 for 1. Miller with the rise ball, high, 1 ball and no strikes. Miller steps out, now gathers herself back in the circle. Shuck awaits the 1-0 pitch. That's foul back into the screen, 1-1.
Ball had a lot of movement on it, Maury. It looked like her like a drop ball there.
So 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out. Pitch is high, 2 balls and 1 strike. You want to make them earn it here. You do not want to give them no free passes to first base. Miller stares in. The 2-1 pitch is on its way. Strike call right inside the hands. 2-2. Good pitch there, Jeff. Shuck couldn't even have done anything with that if she'd have swung at it. Just perfect location for Miller. Now the 2-2 pitch. Shuck gets enough of it and fouls it back into the screen. Count stays at 2-2 with 1 out. Panthers ahead 2-1. The Grizzlies bat here in the bottom of the 7th. Shuck awaits the 2-2 pitch. Change up, ground ball to Guerrero. Guerrero fields it, throw over to Kennedy in time for the putout. 5-3 for out number 2. That's the 10th ground out of the ball game issued by Miller. Paige Gilmore, the third baseman. She lined out twice to Guerrero at third base. Both of them hard hit balls. As the Grizzlies putting their last hopes on Peyton Gilmore. Ground ball to Guerrero. Guerrero with the throw over in time for the out. Panthers get out of here with a 2-1 victory. What a job by Trista Miller in the circle for the Panthers tonight, Jeff.
Absolutely.
And especially when they put up 14-9.
Qualifications, rules, and limitations apply. Rates, rewards, and restrictions may vary by account. Contact institution for details.
Tickets, popcorn, and sodas. That'll be $35. Cash or debit?
Debit! I mean, I'd like to use my debit card, please. Can I do it?
Okay.
All right. Swiping now.
What if paying with your debit card was always this exciting? Kasasa Cashback is a free checking account that pays you for everyday debit card purchases every month you qualify. Plus, with ATM withdrawal fee refunds nationwide, that's a lot of extra cash to spend on whatever you like.
Ask for free Kasasa checking at Community National Bank. Member FDIC.
Does your Chevrolet dealership provide a level of service recognized by the GM Mark of Excellence? Or provide no-hassle posted pricing on every new and used vehicle? North Park Chevrolet does. And that's why they're the Chevrolet Dealer of the Year for 2020 in the Chevrolet South Central region. One of only 2% in the nation to receive this award. North Park Chevrolet, San Antonio's highest-rated Chevrolet dealer. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville.
Welcome back to Panther softball as the Panthers have wrapped up this round 2 victory over Leander Glen 2-1 in dramatic fashion. Panthers with 2 runs in the 4th. Leander Glen with 1 run in the 3rd. And just a gem of a job pitching inside the circle for Trista Miller. Shut down this high-powered offense of Leander Glen, allowing just 1 run. And Jeff, Leander Glen with just 3 hits on the night.
Yeah,
it wasn't Miller really with her vintage strikeouts. It was the ground outs. She got 11 ground outs. So the Panthers, the defense was solid today.
Just, the keys to the game, we said Trista Miller had to keep them off balance at the plate. She had to move the ball around, and once she saw that huge strike zone, she took advantage of it, just like their pitcher did. Their pitcher had a lot of strikeouts. What did she end up with?
11
strikeouts. But Trista Miller, not only in the circle, at the plate came through, and her big triple, RBI triple in the, believe it was the fourth inning, was huge, was absolutely huge. And she's going to be and I hope you agree with me here, but Trista Miller is our Tanya's Travel by Design player of the game. And, I mean, just because of what she did in the circle, let alone the RBI single that she had. And the other run that was scored was –
the other run was scored was on Elena Gonzalez's RBI bunt single,
yep.
which plated Trista Miller for what was now the winning run for Medina Valley as the Panthers advance now to play the winner of either Southwest or Leander. And that is a game that's going on right now at St. Mary's University.
Well, and it's a one-gamer,
and it's a one-game.
So we will know.
One-game series.
We will know this evening who we're going to play, and we'll keep everybody up to date on.
And Legacy lost the first game of the 2 out of 3 against New Braunfels Canyon 2-1. They will resume action tomorrow at St. Mary's. So, Jeff had just mentioned the player of the game by Tanya's Trip by Design, and Jeff, hats off to the Panther team, as this is probably one of the best defensive efforts that we've seen the Panthers perform all year.
There was the error that allowed actually the run to be in scoring position.
The run that Miller gave up was an unearned run.
But that was the only error.
Yes.
You know, and another key play down here was at first base. Mackenzie Kennedy had that line drive glance off of her glove, but it hit right off of first base and bounced right back to her for that. So that could have been a leadoff double or triple.
But if she don't get her glove on there, it's down the line, and she got her glove on there and kept it in play. So great job by the Panthers. Great job by Coach Buentello. I don't know if she wanted this one-game series, but if I was going to suggest anything to her, I would have wanted a one-game series. Lay your marbles on the line and put your trust in Trista Miller in the circle.
Next week they're not going to want a one-game series. They're going to want a 3-game series. And I don't know the situation behind this week's decision, but I'm willing to bet that we probably flip for a one-game versus a series. I don't know that for a fact, but that would have made sense. So, Maury, it looks like we may be in or out, but we're going to have the next games for you. Hope everybody still can hear us. And great time, Maury.
Absolutely. What a beautiful evening to play a ball game here. And Kerrville come out with an area win, move on to the next round. Panther softball is alive and doing well. Yep. And for Jeff Stivers running the 1s and 2s, I'm Maury